everyone. I have another meal in a jar canning video for you. And today we are going to can ham and bean soup. I have these quart and pint here, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So if you want to see how I canned this ham and bean soup, keep watching this video. We'll get right to it. These beans have been soaking all night, and I put them in the pot about 10 o'clock last night, and by the time we start canning them, they will have been soaking for about 10 hours. So we're getting ready to start the ham, bean, and soup process. As you can see here, I have my jars, lids, and rings are all in this hot soapy water, getting ready to be washed up. And then my tools I've already washed up, and they are drying on the towel. So let me finish washing these up and we'll get the process started. Okay, I have 7 quart jars all washed and ready to go. I have onions, organic carrots, organic celery. I have some ham slices that I've cut up in bite-sized pieces, and soaked Great Northern white beans. I soaked them overnight, and I also added some apple cider vinegar. I heard that helps with your digestion, to help with bloating. I'm going to go ahead and just fill all these jars right away. I tried to get all the floaters out, anything that that was shriveled up, half beans, whatever. So we don't want to fill it up all the way because we need to add these ingredients, and I'm also using my onion stock that I made this year. You can use chicken stock, you can use vegetable stock, you can use any type of stock, or you can even use water to top it off. But I thought it would be cool to use my onion stock that I made this year. So we'll just go ahead and keep filling these jars with the beans. I've got 3 pounds of beans. I don't know if I'm going to use them all for soup. I may just can the beans. Everything is room temperature. The canner is going to be room temperature. The broth is room temperature. I may also do some quart jars with the soup instead of just the beans. It looks like we might have enough to do some quarts. But I can only fit 7 quarts in my canner. I haven't broken out my new canner yet, but I may break that out sometime today. All right, then I'm going to do about a 1/4 cup of onion, about a 1/4 cup of carrot, 1/4 cup of celery, some ham, maybe a little bit more. I may have to cut up some more vegetables. Looks like I don't want to have too much. Okay, I got some more veggies cut up. I only needed enough for 2 quarts, so. Okay, I'm gonna start adding the onion stock. And we want to go to a 1-inch headspace. because these are going to cook some more. I want to debubble. I'm not going to put any salt in it. The ham will probably salten it enough, but you can always add salt when you're ready to eat it, when you try it. All right, looks like we could use just a little bit more. Fingertip tight, and this one's ready for the canner. Oh, I'll have some regular mouth for my next soup. I'm going to do French onion soup, so I can use these for that. Debubble. Oh, hold on. I got to bring this back. I forgot to clean the rim. Don't forget to clean your rims. There. Fingertip tight. Looks like that could use a little bit more. Probably gonna have to get some more broth. This onion broth should give it a nice flavor. Remember, 1-inch headspace is this bottom rim down here. Oh, I need one more pint. Be right back. All right, I might have to make some more onion stock. Didn't know how much I'd be using it, but I'm using it. All right, so these are getting ready to go in the canner. All right, so I got the water level where it should be, and I'm gonna add my vinegar, so this will help clean the jars from my well water. I'm gonna put the lid on. All right, then we go and put the tighten down. Well, don't tighten them down completely. So we're just gonna get these up, the latches. This helps make the lid even. And then you can, on opposite sides, tighten down. So I've already set the timer for 90 minutes, and this jiggler should be jiggling 4 to 5 times a minute. So it needs to jiggle a little bit, then calm down like it is right now, and then it'll start jiggling again. Because if it's jiggling constantly for the whole time, you're running your canner too hard and could cause siphoning. So I think I've got my temperature finally at the right spot. I've been going back and forth, and yeah, so we'll see you in 90 minutes. Well, it'll be longer than 90 minutes because then we got to let this canner cool down by itself to 0 before we touch anything. And then, yeah, just kind of let it cool down on itself, but never leave canned food in the canner overnight. So that will spoil your food. So, all right, I will bring you back once I'm able to take the jars out. So it'll probably be a couple hours. And I have 6 pints to go in the canner after that one's done. So I got 7 quarts and 6 pints out of all of it. So here are the jars, all washed and cleaned. As you can see, I have 5-quart jars, and if you remember at the beginning of the video, I started out with 7. So here's the deal. For the most part, they all did wonderful. The headspace is good. This one is a little low, not too bad though. And then the pints, they all kept their liquid in their headspace. So I had 2 issues. I had 1 quart, the lid blew right off during processing, so that was wasted. And then I had one that didn't seal. So these are the lids, the pure lids that came with the pure mason jars. I had gotten these jars on sale from Ace Hardware last year, and I decided to use the lids that came with the jars. And I think next time I'm just gonna pull those lids off and use either ball lids or 4 jars lids and just use those for dehydrating projects, because I have heard in the past that the pure lids aren't that great. So, but this is it. I just got them all washed up. I'm just waiting for the lids to dry a little bit, and I'm going to label them, date them, and get them on the pantry shelf. So here's another shelf-stable soup to get us through the winter. And yeah, it smelt awesome. And we're going to eat that one that that didn't seal tomorrow for dinner. And they did wonderful. So if you like this video, please smash that like button and share this video with anyone who might be interested in canning their own homemade ham and bean soup for the pantry shelf. I use the Great Northern beans. You can use navy beans, you know, whatever beans you want, but that's what I used. And I don't think I would soak them for 10 hours. I think I might soak them for only 5 and then can them. Because when we check the ones, the jar that the lid blew off, they kind of seemed, I mean, they're intact, but very soft. And I kind of like a little bit more of a bite to my bean. But other than that, these will be delicious. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Yeah. I want to thank you for stopping by. I'm really glad you did. And happy canning. God bless. See you at the next one.